competitive energy. Like, I mean, of course, we go back and we remember stuff like we was 3-0 last year around this time, and then we ended up losing to TCU. So now that we do have this opportunity and we do reflect on it, because I mean during the summer we was reflecting on like just not being who we was, like who we used to be. So off rip on Monday we was kind of reminding ourselves like, look, we was 3-0 like same time around this year last year. Like, let's not like feel complacent or none of that. Like, and that's where I feel like we're heading. Like, no complacency, no relax. And then Coach V not gonna let us relax anyway. So I mean, like, it's just on go from Monday to Saturday.
What's the biggest thing you learned as a player from your year at Louisville?
You're not ready yet until you're ready yet. I say that because like I felt like I was kind of ready, but once I look back on it, and I mean, like I said that last week, like I was pretty raw. So like when it comes to me understanding the details of schemes, me understanding when to do this or when to do that or when to use this technique and stuff like that, like I feel like I ain't learned that. I feel like I ain't learned that my freshman year, you know. And I also didn't have like that arrogant mindset to where it's like, oh, I should be playing or this, that, there. You know how like freshman be. So like I understood like I had a lot to learn when it comes to like details of scheme and stuff like that. Like technique is gonna always like progress as long as you make it. So I feel like them details and stuff, like when it comes to experience and maturity and playing fast, and I mean, cause like you gain them habits in practice, so then once you do them in the game, it's just kind of like simple. So I went through a year with that, and then understanding, and I still didn't understand it still, even when I was here. So now this kind of coming complete circle now. It's looking real good.
How rewarding is that to have it pay off the way it has for you this year so far?
You know, I always keep God in my mind. So like, even though I may get frustrated because I have a high expectation for myself, I know like I'm not done yet. So like just seeing like, if I look back on everything from like my graduating to coming to Louisville to transferring to OU, like that was like, wow, like I really came a long way, you know. And yeah, honestly, that's like, I can give myself a little pat on the shoulder for that, because I mean, it's been days and stuff where I just be like, man, I can't get it right. So just seeing that, just like overall, sometimes, you know, it's good to take a reflection on your life and stuff like that. So I feel like it's pretty good. It's pretty good, honestly.
You mentioned not being complacent. Can you notice that in the moment, or is that something like when you look back at last year, like, oh, this is where we dropped off. This is why this happened?
I would say like it was a little bit of both. Really, I'd say it was more so like we kind of realized it like on the spot. And I mean, Coach V realizes on the spot, so he makes us realize it before even we realize it. So it's like, yeah, I definitely say like, when we come, man, I'm trying not to say like so much, but yeah, it's no complacency. Like we like this year, we understand that like on the spot. So like once we feel like we're slipping off a little bit or whatever the case may be, it's like, all right, no, like it's like hold on, like, and he'll even like bring us up, like, all right, now let's tighten up. This is not what we finna do, and we do that for ourselves, and we call each other up, and we call up all our players, or if our players not doing what they supposed to do or not exceeding to our standard or even trying to meet our standard, we be like, hey, like, come on, yes, you know. So that standard is definitely like firm and in there. So we don't allow no complacency no more.
What do you think about the challenge Cincinnati, especially with the receivers and things they can present to you guys?
I feel like they got a good receiving core, you know, and you know, kind of the same scheme and stuff like that, same scheme. So I feel like that's gonna be pretty interesting. I feel like they got some pretty speedy receivers. They got a receiver that I do know named Braden Smith over there, quick guy, you know. He also throw the ball too. That's something that yeah, you gotta watch for that. They also got this guy named Xavier Howard, quick guy, elusive guy, you know, great snap downs, you know. So I feel like that's gonna be a good challenge for us, you know. I feel like they're gonna try to take shots pretty early, you know, shots around the logo, plus territory and stuff like that. So it's gonna be pretty interesting, you know, covering these guys and seeing what they can do, and also just giving us a challenge to see what we can do.